And welcome to today's Your Business Live, brought to you by Connexx. So you know what this is. We come on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 12 noon till 12:15, 12:20, wherever it brings us to. And we get to know the members of Connexx on a different level. Instead of just doing a presentation within the back of a diner where just a number of people in your group hear what you do and learn about you, this we broadcast out so everyone within Connexx then shares it with their contacts so it gets more eyes on you. And it's something that we've had success while doing. If you're interested in finding out how you two can be featured, we'll get to that at the end. But for today, our featured guest is someone that I met back in March who joined the team, and someone who I've really liked from day one, and I've gotten to like more and more each time I talk to him, probably because of his spitfire energy, great attitude, very positive person. So today you get to hear from our man, jack.laudani, firsthand. So Jack, welcome to Your Business Live. If you can just give us a little intro about yourself and what brought you to Connexx.
Hey, Chris, thanks so much for having me. I really appreciate Connexx and what it's done for me so far. I educate and assist anybody looking to buy or refinance their home. So mostly residential. But yeah, Connexx has been excellent, man. Thank you for the opportunity.
You're a young guy, and when it comes to groups or networking in general, most people are your age plus usually 30 to 40 years. So you're definitely on the younger side of this. What led you to come down to check out networking, and why did you think it was important for what it is that you do?
Yeah, I mean, I knew networking events was the key to success. I just didn't know where to start. I was referred to you by Ed Jarvis, and he's a realtor I knew. So I just took a gamble. I like to take on challenges, and I like to, put myself out there, go into the fire a little bit. So as soon as I started Connexx, I fell in love with it. I understood I'm a little younger, but it's an opportunity that I'm willing to take, and it's been so much fun getting to know everybody.
With getting involved into mortgages and all that's going on with COVID, and this kind of be really where you've honed your skills in a short amount of time, what would you say the experience, or how has it been, or what have you learned about mortgages and COVID?
Yeah, COVID was tough. At first, it was a shell shock. I was a little nervous because I didn't really know. I'm still relatively new, but it was scary. But there's always an opportunity. Whenever there's a will, there's a way, and you have to figure that out. And Connexx has been just an incredible tool to build my skills. Every week you provide exercises on how to be better, how to communicate effectively in 10 seconds. Stuff like that has helped my mortgage business tremendously. So just Connexx has honestly been a huge part of my success. I'm not the most successful guy in the world, but I'm building and I feel confident.
What kind of relationships have you established, and who has been helpful in the world of mortgages that's reached out to you or made themselves available?
Yeah, I mean, Connexx is a family. Everybody's been super helpful and supportive, and we have each other's back. I mean, your priority is more about the relationships rather than the business, and that's the key to success. Even people in the mortgage industry that are in the group have helped me tremendously. A guy like Kevin Seinfeld, he has provided me with his own references he uses with his clients. He sat me down and he said, this is what I do, and this is how I can help you. And he even referred a lead to me, as well as Dawn Cameron. She's in my industry as well. And they both have just broke it down for me and were there when I needed them. And you don't find that anywhere else. It's a competition-based world in the mortgage industry, but they're able to help. That just speaks volumes to the group we're in right now.
What other kind of industries do you align with doing mortgages? Who have you aligned with in the group, and how has that been helpful for you?
Yeah, I mean, look, anybody looking to, like anybody in the real estate industry or CPAs, two offhand, Allison has been great. She's a realtor, and we're able to connect and go through ideas together, how we can brand each other out. She's been super helpful, as well as Lawrence Laby. He's a CPA that I really like to talk to, and both of them have incredible experience, incredible knowledge. So being able to prick their brains, as well as many other people in the group, have helped me progress from where I'm going today.
That's great. Have a question came in. Let's see. Go ahead, Sean. What's the first one that came in? Where do you see yourself growing over the next several years?
I mean, I still think I have so much room to grow. I feel like I'm not even close to where I need to be. I just think maybe in the networking space, maybe leading a group one day, or developing a bigger team, or developing, more relationships. I feel like there's never a time where you stop growing. You need to grow in every aspect, whether that be networking, your business, and life in general. I don't think growing stops for me.
And you said something about teams. What was your background playing baseball? What level did you play at, and what changed that?
Sure. Baseball was my baby. That was everything to me. I put my heart and soul into that game. I played in college as well. I played at the Division I and Division II levels, and it taught me discipline, hard work, and I had some excellent teammates throughout my years. I tried to go as far as I could with that, but an arm injury ended up halting my career, and I was kind of lost for a while. But all the things I've learned in baseball relate to this business and more, and I couldn't think, even the injuries, even the difficulties in my life.
What's one lesson that you took from baseball that you would apply to the world of mortgages now or to life?
Yeah, I mean, baseball, you're presented with failure pretty much every time. As we all hear, 3 out of 10, you're in the Hall of Fame. That's three hits out of 10. So mortgages is up and down. You get beat every single day, but it's about getting up that next time. It's about making that next call. You never know. So it's just looking at failure and looking at it as an opportunity rather than, folding. Every day is a new day, and you have to wipe out the rest. So that just failing and taking it and using it. You can crumble or you can rise up.
What about your experience playing baseball, being part of a team? What does that mean to you, being a team player, and how have you applied that to your life?
Yeah, being on a team is huge because it teaches you that it's not about yourself. It's about the team. It's about, maybe if I can help one person out, they can get better. It's not, again, it takes it off of you. So in Connexx, if I'm able to communicate with somebody and help them out, that's my goal. I'd rather help them and not look for the return right away. I'd rather help a guy like Mark Berlin with his business. He's been grinding. He's been reaching out to members daily. And if I can listen to him and pick his brain a little bit and help him out, that's what a team has taught me. Being on a team, it's not about you. It's about the team. It's about the whole. And just providing help for others will get you far.
Well said. Another question. Let's see. How do you get started doing mortgages? What led you down that path?
Like I explained before, I was going for the baseball dream. Didn't go my way. I was kind of lost. So I was a waiter for a long time, for about 2.5 years. Kind of put it together that I like people. I like to communicate. And pretty much my mom recommended, why don't you go check out this guy, Brian Smith, who was my old boss. And in the mortgage industry, I had no idea what it entailed, but it had to do with communication. And I went for it, and I fell in love. And I just being able to help someone with their financial needs or giving them the keys to their first home is a special moment. And it's an opportunity I like to take right now.
What'd you major in college?
I majored in business management.
Okay. So that's, do you have any regrets from baseball or your career? Is there anything that you would have done differently looking back now?
Honestly, no. I just I know I put everything I could into it. And, you know, I always like to live my life as if I can do anything and everything I can for something and it doesn't work out, that's the way it's meant to be. And that's how I felt with baseball. I gave it everything I had each day, and an injury happened, and that was it. But I know I use that mentality in everything I do. So I have no regrets with baseball at all.
Was it hard for you to go from playing as much you did, and I know how much time goes into a career like that, was it hard for you to have that be your main focus of life to now having it gone overnight?
Yeah, I had a few months in my life where it was very difficult. It was not easy. You kind of have to go back to the drawing board. I was scared. I was, you know, lonely at times. I didn't know what I wanted to do. But I will say in the past 6 months being in this group with Connexx, and I've just been able to build confidence and communicate and be under the fire. You know, every day we have calls and we're in front of 60 people, and that's scary, but you build confidence within doing that. So I really feel like Connexx has built confidence in myself, in my business, and it's done just so much service for my work.
What was one of the we've had many conversations, and I gave you a couple challenges to see if you really could rise to the occasion. What is something over the last couple of months that you've implemented or done that has made you better at what you do on a daily basis?
Yeah, essentially about 3 or 4 months ago, me and you had a conversation, and I was just telling you, you know, Chris, this isn't for me. I don't see the benefit right away, and that was the wrong mindset. So you basically said, Jack, make the one-on-one calls every single day, and talk to me in 30 days and see what happens. And ever since that day, you challenged me. I appreciate the challenge. I don't know anybody else that would do that. It would take time out of their day, especially with your schedule, and talk to me and tell me those things. And that has changed. So I really think networking groups provide you with a launching pad, and you have to use the tools that you have. So I was able to communicate, and I feel so warm and welcomed in our group every day. So just putting in the work.
Something I saw in you and a talent that you possess is you definitely wear that team mentality on your sleeve. And I don't know if it's from playing baseball. I mean, you are a very thoughtful person. You have many of your friends from high school who you're still in contact with. And I think that always shows a lot about a person when they can maintain relationships for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, and it's the same friends that you grew up with. It shows that there's a loyalty to those people. And I saw that in you right away, where after the first meeting that we had in Melville and you seeing the opportunity here, I think there's a lot of people out there like yourself who are young, who have a lot of energy and ideas. It's channeling those ideas and giving a task. It's almost like for people who are dog owners, like if a dog doesn't have purpose or feel like something, they become destructive. And I think a lot of, I don't want to say kids your age, but people that are in their mid to late 20s, if they're not applying it to something, it's a lot of just wasted energy and wasted talent. And I think you are a people person. And I said, whether it's selling mortgages or whatever you do in the future, I think you'll be very successful at it because you're a very likable person. And I genuinely believe that you care about those that you are helping in any way. So thank you for bringing so much value to what we have here at Connexx.
My pleasure. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. It's, you know, it's not about me here. It's about the whole. And if I could help somebody else out, that's my goal.
Let's see, Sean, you want to, I was going to ask Sean if he wants to pop on as well. Sean, pop on.
What's going on, guys?
Here he is.
He's got the blue shirt and all. So what stood out or what stands out about Jack to you, and how have you seen him grow as a communicator in the last couple of months?
Yeah, so Jack is, you know, obviously we talk to a lot of people. There's a lot of people in the group, and he stood out as someone who's just hungry. And I see myself in him and vice versa, because, you know, we both got into a new business, you know, a sales forward business. And, some of the things that I did early on, I saw he was at that point. So, I kind of felt obligated to say, listen, I was in the same position. This is what I did. This is what worked. This is what didn't work. And him and I, we've had some nice chats. And, I think he's just the type of person of whatever he's doing, whatever he's selling, you could trust him. And he's just a go-getter.
Appreciate that. And I will say, Sean, when we first spoke, I had sent an email to everyone in the group with my business, and that's not the right way to do things. And you were able to tell me in an effective and educational way to not do that, rather have conversations with people before you send emails out. So just like Chris, you both were able to tell me in a positive but direct way how to become better at what you do. And I can't thank you both for helping me out tremendously in both avenues. So you guys are incredible mentors for anybody looking to join, anybody considering. Please give this a shot. It has done wonders for many people other than myself. So thank you guys.
Of course.
Awesome. And Sean, put up Jack's contact. If anyone is looking to find out if now is the time to refinance your home, if you're looking to sell a home, if you're looking to buy a home, you're going to need your real estate, your agent. You've got all the people and your team. Exactly. Jack is someone who is very team oriented. He works well with the team. That's what I love is he always has those lines of communication open. So get a hold of him right there. Phone number is there. Email is there. And Jack, thank you so much for what you do for Connexx. And I look forward to seeing you on the call this evening for our industry meeting.
I'm looking forward to it. Thanks so much, guys. I appreciate you more than the world.
Awesome.
Thanks, Jack.
Thank you. Sean, don't you go anywhere. So if anyone's listening, or it'd be great if I had like a big announcement or something. All right, so what I like about Jack a lot, and we'll say it where he's not here because I feel like awkward talking about him with him like looking at me. I gave him a challenge, like he said initially when he called and he said, it's not working for me. I don't feel like I'm talking to enough people. Sometimes when someone brings something to your attention, you can find where there could be flaws or holes in the system. And Jack coming to me saying that he feels like those one-on-ones are something that haven't taken place. When I asked Jack, tell me who you've reached out to or who you've called in the last 2 months, he said, my name and your name. And that's all he said. And I called him out and told him, why don't you try making this work for you? You're only going to get out what you put in, and you're telling me you've put nothing in, so that's why you've got nothing out. Instead of him thinking the world is against him and just hanging up or running away, he took it as a challenge. And now every single person that joins Connexx, Jack is the first person to reach out and introduce himself. And everyone that joins, and there's been 26, 27 people that have joined in the last 5 months, everyone says how great Jack is and how they like Jack so much. So it was just finding that purpose, but he's really getting so good. And you'll see him leading groups in no time, because he really is someone that I'm so proud represents Connexx.
Of course. And like when him and I discussed, I said, you can't just be a attendee or bystander in a networking group. You got to get involved. You got to get to know every single person, because you're not going to get business sending a mass, an email to the entire group saying, here's the deal of the day or something like that. You're going to get business making relationships with each person on a friendly level, and then they're going to work with you not because you're in the group, but because they like you and they think you're the best person for the job.
Absolutely. And when you said he reminds you a lot of yourself, I was going to say my money's on him being much more athletic. If I had to choose someone on my team for any sport whatsoever, I'm going with Jack.
That's fine. I would go with Jack if it was you and him too.
Oh. Oh, Sean, I just thought of a great line, but I'm not.
I think you just muted yourself. You're muted right now. All right. Well, with that being said, Jack, thanks again. You're a great part of Connexx. Chris, thank you for all that you do. And I really like you better sometimes when you're muted. But with that being said, everyone, thanks for joining us tonight. If you're interested, if you're interested in learning more about Connexx and what we do, visit getconnexx.com. Tonight we have 2 industry meetings. We have real estate and finance and law. So if you're interested in learning more, again, visit getconnexx.com, which could be found below. And thank you. From Chris and I and Jack, thanks everyone.